Hello guys, and welcome to another Battlefield 1 gun review. Before we get into this, if you're not subscribed already, please be sure to click that subscribe button just to keep up to date with all the gun reviews I will be bringing out soon. So today we're looking at the Lewis gun and all three variants, starting off with the optical variant. So unlocked at rank 3, 24 damage, 43 accuracy, 32 hip fire and 58 control. And let's just take a moment to appreciate that complete fail there. Possibly one of my worst plays ever, as there was definitely a chance for a really good clip. But getting onto the optical. So this was my least favourite variant of the Lewis gun, and this was mainly because it didn't have the bipod. So with the LMGs it's really useful to have that bipod so you can really do damage at long range. Because when you're lying down or you're behind cover, the bipod turns pretty much every LMG into a laser. So the fact this didn't have it kind of just made it not that good compared to the other two variants for me. It still performed really well, don't get me wrong. If you're at medium or close range, brilliant gun. But when you get to longer ranges, that's where it starts to struggle a bit, just because you don't have that extra accuracy from the bipod. But if you're playing a map like Amiens, then this gun does perform well. Anything which is kind of close quarters, so pretty much most operations, and the smaller maps, so or the closer quarter maps like Argonne Forest, Amiens, this gun performs really well in. It's just when you get to that longer range, it just starts to just not perform as well. So that's pretty much that. Moving on to the low weight variant. So it is 24 damage, 35 accuracy, 32 hip fire and 58 control. And it's one of the starting weapons, I believe, with support. Now this gun pretty much performs the same as the optical at closer ranges, so it's still very good up close, and it's just the fact that it has the bipod that you can really take out targets at longer ranges. And look at that accuracy, firing it in bursts, and that hip fire, it's just really good. After the patch, it just seemed to be incredible. I think when they buffed it after the patch, it meant that there was less recoil after the first few shots, and look at that. There's basically no recoil, horizontal or vertical, in the sights there. It's pretty good. And this was definitely my favourite variant. It was close between this and the suppressive, but just the fact that this, you had the iron sights and not the annoying scope with the suppressive, it meant that it was more effective closer range as well. So definitely this is a really good gun. It kind of was close to challenging the MG15 suppressive. It's really that good. I was just surprised at the lack of recoil and how accurate it is. Really surprising. And even though it's got a lower rate of fire, it still does really good damage, and it's got that 47 round mag, which is quite nice. Would be nicer if it was that big a mag like the MG15, but it's still really good. This is one of the guns that can challenge the assault submachine guns at close range, and it can challenge the snipers at longer ranges just because of its accuracy and its damage. It's just a really good, well balanced weapon. So I definitely recommend you trying out this one, and the fact that it's unlocked so early, just use it. I mean, after the patch it's become really good. And now finally we're moving on to the suppressive variant. Damage 24, accuracy 68, hip fire 32 and control 73. So according to the stats, this has the best accuracy and control by far, and it did have really good accuracy, good control, and has the bipod, but still I just seem to prefer the low weight variant. I think with the low weight it becomes more accurate quicker, and yeah, it's just this sight I didn't really get to grips with. I don't know, wasn't really a huge fan of this sight. It didn't look very nice, and I didn't really like it. It takes up quite a lot of the screen considering. But this is where it performs well. Like the MG15 suppressive, you want it to be in a position and just laying down suppressive fire on the enemies. Try and get into a good position where you can set up the bipod, not be seen by the enemies. And this is where it's really at its best, just taking out enemies from distance. Performs really well at long range, and it's got that bigger mag as well. It's got the 97 round mag, So compared to the 47 round of the other Lewis gun variants, this definitely does perform well. But still, I just prefer the suppressive because of the bipod it has. It can be as effective as the suppressive from this kind of range, and it's just better up close because it doesn't have this stupid sight. But to be honest, with either or, the suppressive or the low weight, either is a really good gun. Probably my second favourite gun after the MG15 suppressive. I'd say it's very close, and I'd say just because of the MG15 suppressive's 200 round mag, that's why I prefer it. But I'm not sure, I'm going to play more with the Lewis gun because I think the suppressive, just the fact that it doesn't have this scope, it's really effective at close range. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and leave me some feedback, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.